rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
The United States of America.
For which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. We've had a work.
Dave, your audio's cutting out.
Audio's breaking down, David. Yeah, let us know if you can't hear or whatnot, because I know that Dave's done a lot of work here trying to do certain things.
Stand by 1 minute. I'm going to unplug and replug the switch.
Okay.
I'm showing a little internet issue here.
All right. We have no public hearing this evening. Any announcements from the board? Additions and deletions to the agenda. I don't believe that we have any or need any. We have no appointments. There's no public here, so we'll forego any public comments. Treasurer's reports are available under correspondence if anybody's interested. Let me know when Gordon's back on there.
It should be on.
Okay. Can you hear us okay now, Gordon?
I can hear you okay. Just the audio cuts out. It's static.
Okay.
Like all those old Chinese movies.
All right. Under Selectmen's reports.
Did you get Matt in under appointment?
No, but we'll do him under your report, which is going to be real quick here.
Okay.
Gordon, you have anything to report?
No?
Dave?
Yes, sir.
Dana?
Yes, sir.
And I have nothing, so we'll go to Gary's. You can either offer up Matt early or after you get done.
Yeah, Matt, I made some generic COVID comments, but why don't you kick it off, since I think it's pretty important that everybody knows how you're participating, not only here but in other communities for vaccinations.
Good evening. Just to give you a quick update where we're at, we have obviously started vaccination for the 1A group, which would be for public safety and licensed providers, primarily healthcare workers. So I've been working with the York County Incident Management Team. We've set up several sites throughout York County. Certainly a very large group of people working together from the multiple fire chiefs from the York County departments. We had a site the other day in Waterboro as our first one of the remote sites for our sector. We vaccinated our own staff, a total of 40 people together. Our own staff that day, we did 28 people from Waterboro, the clinicians that were vaccinated for the first dose of the Moderna vaccine. We have 8 opted out at this point. They can opt in at any time. So it's really us out of 28 people that vaccinated, and 41 were vaccinated that day on Saturday. We did another session Monday night in North Berwick, and North Berwick hit the remainder of our sector of the county, and we did another 41 people there, really some good numbers. As of this week, we're giving all the vaccines that they have allocated for York County out. We're in a holding pattern right now to have more allocations from the CDC. Unfortunately, we haven't seen that. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. We're unfortunate that we haven't seen more allocation at this point, but we're hopeful that that will continue. It needs to increase. Soon we'll be rolling into the 1B category, which will be for the non-licensed providers. That will be for our firefighters that we have, drivers, and law enforcement. The incident management teams will be working with the other agencies, including law enforcement in this next round, so that we can vaccinate our our law enforcement friends within the county as well. So, it'll be a project, but we need to make this work and get it as quick as we can.
Okay,
Any questions?
any questions? Dan?
Do you have a timetable on when it's going to extend to the other municipal employees that have a lot of public contact, like people at the transfer station and the clerks at the town hall that interact with, the public on a daily basis?
I do not have an answer for you, Gordon, right now, but I can work on seeing what the schedule looks like on the table that they've created for the priority list. And I think right now is the hard part is getting the allocation of the vaccines because we don't have enough currently even for all of the 1As. There are some stragglers that will need to get caught up, but hopefully we'll be able to do that within the next couple of weeks.
Jay, anything else? Thanks for the update.
Any questions for me?
No, thank you.
I think we're all set.
Thank you. Talk to you tomorrow, probably.
Okay. Have a good night.
Thanks. Gary?
Continuing on with COVID issues, just want the public to know that we're still open, fully open, even though we've had some COVID exposures, if you will, some scares, some testing, we haven't had any direct quarantines from staffing yet, but as we can see throughout the county, throughout the state, throughout the country, community spread is closing in, so there's no question that this is worse than this past spring. So far, no town hall staff have tested positive, and we'll reduce town hall opening if we need to appointment only, but we're going to do that, I guess, when we have to. And we've done that before with healthy skeleton staff coming in alternating days to reduce the in-person staff contact and eliminate or greatly reduce the public in the building. Many months ago, Matt and I had discussed splitting the fire department staff to structural firefighters in either South Waterboro or Central Station and EMTs in another. We could also use this building, the old section of Town Hall, for an office for Matt or Lisa. So we've talked and thought about those things if things get demonstrably worse. It's good that vaccines are coming on the horizon and hope that the next 90 days will produce a different result than the past 90 days. Moving over to Little Ossipee Lake, the dam keeper, Chris Broussard, is done with the lake level reduction. He never got to that extra foot down, and Don told me that he never did in all the years. There's just too much spring flow of the lake bottom, water coming into the lake. We had a 10-inch ball valve wide open for months and the two gates wide open for months, and we never could drop it that additional foot. I think he got about 9 or 10 inches. But anyway, the lake is at the level for the winter now until springtime. Moving on to staffing updates. The Public Works Director position is posted on our website, our Facebook page, MMA, and Jobs in US or jobsinme.com is the new service that we've signed up for. We are not on Indeed. I have 5 applications as of right now for the Public Works Director, and a bit of new information on today. Code Officer Glenn Charette has told me that he's rethinking his March retirement date, and we'll be in discussion, but that may be deep into 2021, if not the end of 2021, before he would like to fully retire. So that just happened today, so more information in the next few weeks, I guess. Budget Committee, it's budget season, and while I would like to reduce the number of meetings that the Budget Committee takes to review the budget and prepare it for selectmen, I know that's a hard thing to do because they want to talk to department heads. And that's a good thing that they want to, but I think it's also my obligation to do this meeting via Zoom. And right now, they've picked, 4 out of the 5 have picked Mondays at 5:30 for the Budget Committee meetings. We all know what a Zoom meeting can be like, and if there was ever a reason to cut the meetings in half, I think this is the year to try and do it. I haven't talked with this idea with them. Scheduled to have the first meeting January 11th. I'd really like to do that even if the budget is not as complete as I would like. And with everything else going around here, it's been very difficult to fill that out. The only way I can do that is do it at home when we're open. Auditors started a little bit today. They're coming back tomorrow in force. We did cancel them. It was my call to cancel them back in December for the COVID situation that we had here that turned out to be negative. So they're coming back, I think, with 2 or 3 people. And I do not have a firm date for the audit completion at this time. It sounds like they still have considerable work to do.
I mean, Ron's not scheduled?
He was here this morning. Yeah. And the notice that came from Maine DOT is that 202 from Alfred Village north to the Lyman intersection with Route 5 will be paved this summer. And that's it from me, Mr. Chairman.
202 from the Alfred Village north to the Lyman intersection with Route 5.
9.6 miles, I think.
So that goes all the way to what's commonly referred to as Ledgeview.
That's right. I was surprised. Next time I drive over it tomorrow morning, I'll have to look for cracks. I didn't think it was...
Are they gonna do, well, you don't know what the scope of work is, but other than they're saying that,
Maintenance
because
mix.
they did from the section through Hollis and Buxton.
On 5, you mean?
No, on 202 and 4. Last summer, not this current, 2 summers ago. They actually ground it, they sealed the cracks and stuff, and then before they paved.
They put that through that, yeah, I know what you're talking about, but yeah, it's,
But they, and then they, I mean, it was,
then they
it's held
paved
up-
it after that.
it's held up pretty well, but I'm just curious whether or not they would be doing that same thing here, but.
It's a water and concrete, mixture is what they do along with that, with recycled asphalt that they crush down there in Lyman. At the
Oh,
Lyman,
yeah, that's the pub, that's that pub.
The pub mill,
Yeah.
there you go, yeah. They put that through there and then they go spread it and.
All right, well, too bad they wouldn't do Route 5, but that's another discussion. They put that pug mill on Route 5, but they stopped way short of where they should have gone with it, but anyway, we'll thank them for doing what they did, so. All right, let's go to new business. Discuss the vote to approve Matthew McBean as a zoning board of appeals member. Have we talked to this gentleman before?
You did? Yes.
Okay.
He's on another committee.
Yes, okay, you're right. Now I recognize that. So what's your pleasure here, folks?
If Matt's willing to take it on as an additional committee, I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second that.
Any further discussion? All those in favor of appointing Matthew McBean to the Zoning Board of Appeals?
4-0.
4-0. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Old business, update on Ledgeview Lane road acceptance.
You got the homeowners association docs that I forwarded to you from Natalie. The big question for you folks is, do you want those cisterns, there are 2 of them up there, to be the responsibility, maintenance, repair, replacement, whatever the case may be, of the town or the residents there? That's really the only main question for me and how to close this issue out with the homeowners association.
Well, today Bruce owns the cisterns, right?
I would say yes.
Right? I mean, that's part of the road. He's not gonna, I mean, we really don't want him to deed the cisterns to the town.
That's not my recommendation. I think they should be the responsibility of the residents.
I would agree.
I agree with the maintenance, and what have you, being the residents, but I feel that Matt should be, or one of his people at the fire department, should be inspecting them to make sure they're a proper use for them when they hook a hose to it.
Right.
And a pipe snaps on them or something like that, then they're, you know,
So testing then.
I would
well,
agree.
it's sort of like testing or just inspection, I guess.
Right, well, inspection and
Good call.
testing should be
Right.
on the fire
And
department.
if there's any cost or whatever in it, it should go to the homeowners association.
Right. So he needs to redo his homeowners association to include the cisterns.
Okay.
We will do it, and I think I don't know if it needs to be in its homeowners association, but
Oh, yeah.
I think we need to, I think the ownership of the cisterns are gonna be there. Whether or not we infer that we will do an annual inspection or not is something else, but Matt should have, I would think that he would test every cistern in the town of Waterboro
Right.
on an annual basis.
I would also say that Matt probably should go with one of the fire trucks and make sure he can get around when there's a lot of snow up there at that cul-de-sac, to make sure that's not an issue for him.
That'd be a problem with every big storm.
I think that's, would probably be the only issue, because it's a, 50-foot by 50-foot cul-de-sac, I think, that they approved at the time.
If we accept the road, we're gonna end up plowing it.
Right, I understand that, but before we accept it is what I'm getting at, that we should make sure when there's a big storm or whatever, that Matt takes a little time with some of his people, go up there and make sure they can get around that cul-de-sac,
Right.
you know, with a reasonable amount of no restraint, you know?
Yeah, I would assume, like Dennis said, that would be a public works plow truck.
Same thing, I mean, we should make sure they can get around it too.
Right.
So.
Any comments, Gordon?
I think that's a wise idea.
Okay. All right. Next item is the Bennett Hill Road land swap update.
Things are progressing. We, obviously, with Doug's agreement, we're not gonna try and make a December closing. He's fine with that. He's familiar with the bank's backlog at the end of December, or end of year, I should say. So the deeds and the loan docs are in process, and Natalie or her cohorts are producing the deeds. Bedford Savings Bank's doing the loan docs, and we still hope to close it this month.
January.
Yes. I would say the only holdup to that would be the bank.
Okay. Any other discussion?
I have a couple of things, it's not on the Bennett Hill Road stuff, it's, I don't know if this is under old business, but, was kind of wondering when we're gonna start doing interviewing for this Public Works, not the director, but I thought we had an, ad in the paper or whatever for another helper.
Yep.
I do know that we've got, you had said we had one application for that, but I also know we just received another one just recently.
Well, the one that we had from many weeks ago, from out of state.
No, this is right from just over the Limerick line.
Okay,
And he told me that you told him to call him tomorrow.
that's correct. Yep. And that is the only active one at this time. The other one I've dispensed with because he didn't get back to me, and I have no interest in interviewing that other person, so.
He's been asking me quite frequently when we're gonna start doing the interviewing on that.
Yep.
So I don't know if that's old business or what. but-
I did ask him to call me tomorrow, yes.
An update on the transfer station help?
Nothing new, unfortunately.
How about with that stuff that paperwork
That
that I gave
the
you?
agency did get back to me. They sent me a contract, they gave me some rough pricing. They can do that. Obviously, it costs the town a lot more, but we don't pay any benefits. We don't pay benefits for the people that are down there now. But they have an interest in supplying people if we want to go that route. Yeah.
Well, I think, if we're having a hard time hiring them off the street on the MMA or whatever, we need to do something.
Anywhere, yeah.
You know?
The other thing I think we need to do, is, with the new Public Works Director coming on kind of late in the budget season here, is to go down there, and maybe the board also, first staff. We've outgrown our transfer station. You guys all know that if you go there on a Sunday or a Monday morning. Today, Tuesday morning, that pile was still there, in part because Josh was covered in hydraulic fluid and blew a hose in the compactor, I think he said, right?
Yes.
So that was part of it today, but it takes them on a very regular basis, a good portion of Monday, to get all that trash put into a compactor. And
I've
our
heard that
compactor's too
several
small, and we've just plain outgrown it, so I think it's time to take a longer-term look at spending some very significant money to redesign or re-outfit down there. Dennis and I spoke before, and that the burnable furniture compactor could be used for a second one for trash now. Yes, we can do that, and that maybe is not a bad idea for the stopgap. You gotta do something else with burnable furniture. So,
Well, your burnable furniture can always go in an open top. The problem with the open top is we don't get the tonnage, but
right.
I would prefer to, if we can put a regular can on that compactor, which was nothing more than a cardboard compactor for years, okay? If we can get the tonnage in a can, then it makes sense to go that way. But if that compactor will only put 3-4 ton in a can, when we normally haul 14 or 15 ton,
Yeah.
then it doesn't make sense to do that.
Would we be wise to buy some more dumpsters? Is that, I mean,
Well, we could always use another one, especially in the summer, but that's, the limiting factor right now is the capacity of the transfer station versus the population. You figure, we've had a 10% increase in the population here the 7 years I've been here. We're at, the interim census, I think, was around 8,500. Is that what you looked up? So that was a 2015 number or somewhere in there. So the next one we get, I mean, Dennis, you were even thinking higher than I was. I was thinking maybe we'd be 9,000 or more. 50 houses this year, 40 houses the previous 2 years, 30 before that, and the first year I got here, we built one new house. And we're gonna continue to grow. This next summer,
I really do think that we probably need to, and we can do that as a group. I think we need to go down and really sit with Josh at the transfer station and have him walk everybody through because it might be, I mean, we used to be open Mondays, but unfortunately, because of the volume on the weekend, we couldn't take care of everything on Monday, so it made no sense to be open Monday, but, maybe we do something different, and, it's so much stuff going through that can, right?
right.
And I will tell you that, based on the numbers coming out of Eco Maine, we were up 15%, I think, through the end of November on tonnage, which is,
substantial.
kind of scary.
Well, part of it's COVID, people staying home more, but I don't believe the majority of it is.
Well,
We got more people.
when you start adding up 150 houses in the last 3 years, and 2.5 people per house,
Right.
or 3 people per house, and you start looking at, okay, well, that's 1 or 2 bags of trash a week, that's 150, 300 more bags of trash.
In a week.
So I don't think you can get into a bigger compactor. I think the issue is that do we do 2 compactors, right? Now, the compactor that we do single sort in, right, is the same compactor that, because it's newer naturally, but it runs the same as the
Household
the
trash.
household, but it won't get as much tonnage because.
Does it have the same travel inside
Yes.
It does.
It could, but it won't compact it as much because it's all cardboard and plastic and, right? There's no wet stuff there to squish it, right? So you get 5 ton in single sort.
Right.
Maybe it makes more sense to turn the burnable furniture one into single sort, and you fill the household waste, and then you go to, as an alternative, you go to the second, I don't know, but there's got to be a way that we can work through this. We're not, compact is $20,000. That's not counting the cement work that's gotta be done.
20,000 is cheap.
Sounds like,
Well, I think the last one that
Yeah.
we bought was $20,000.
Well, that sounds way cheap,
does.
Yeah.
yeah.
The other thing that I had several people ask me about is the nails and stuff down back. And I mean, I understand that that's the demo area, but is there something we can do to make it so we don't have, I mean, people having flat tires and everything else? I mean, next thing you know, we're gonna be having this stuff all over the woods here in town.
I mean, you can put a 6-foot wide magnet on your skid steer, I guess, and run around with that on a more regular basis. And we don't do that, and not everything is steel and would be picked up.
We put all of that, the burnable wood, I shouldn't say, the demo wood, right, is now on a paved platform because we had so many problems before it was paved, right, with digging up the ground and all of that good stuff. So, but the issue with most of that is that we don't have anybody down back managing all that stuff anyway,
Go
right?
do-
So
do-
people are throwing stuff everywhere. So the real crux is that do you hire somebody to go manage the backside of that? And that may very well be a need.
There are days when Josh would say, we shouldn't have that, we need that, because when you're down there with, even when there's 4 people on a busy Sunday, that can sometimes not be enough. Nobody can get back there. People
Well,
are going down there, taking the metal out, putting it in their car.
Maybe the issue is to bring in some temp help.
Well, that's why I just, you know,
I will tell you that,
I've used them
you
in the
know,
past.
they flex Eco Maine in the recycling building there.
Yep.
They don't have any full-time, I mean, they've had a handful of full-time employees, but they call manpower, and they bring in 20 people.
Yeah. Now, I would not have them run equipment,
No,
other than
No,
push the button
I
on the
mean-
compactor perhaps.
I mean, you would have to train them, of course, to
Yes.
do that stuff or whatever, you know what I mean, like the compactor or what have you,
but
but just
that
to
might be
have a man
might be
there
an
doing something,
alternative
or
to
somebody
get us-
there.
to get us through the hump here, until we can better understand. But I do think it
Or at least,
would pay for all of us to go down there with Josh and to go through that.
Let's see if we can, we don't have any big storms in the offing for the moment. If we can get this, lined up by the end of next week, I'll get a time or two from him and see when we can do it.
All right.
That's fair, yeah.
Are you available mornings?
available, I can make myself
You're
available.
not laying any
No.
laptop right now?
I wish I was, but.
You go to Scarborough most every morning?
No,
You don't.
3 days a week.
David, I'll have to work around your schedule.
Mondays
Mondays
would work for me,
are good.
yeah, for this month.
And I'm flexible.
Okay.
Woody, how's your schedule look? You want to join us down at the transfer station?
What time?
Well, we would probably do it some mid-morning,
Mid-morning is fine, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock.
yeah, say on a Monday maybe? Does
I'm
Monday-
all set Monday, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's see if we can arrange something, but I think you're right. We can't continue to just throw a Band-Aid on this.
No. I mean, the other thing, and we need to be thinking about this, is whether or not we do curbside pickup. I doubt we would find a vendor next year in Maine that would want to do the 85 plus or minus miles of pickup of rubbish in Waterboro. That's probably 3 trucks.
Well, I can tell you the cost is gonna be,
Astronomical.
yeah. because
Somewhere between 350 and 5, I'm guessing?
That's just to pick it up. That is not the tipping fees.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. But you take it right to Eco Maine
Yes,
in that truck.
yes.
That alleviates the crunch, and you do not have to be open on Sundays in your transfer station.
Well, that's true. You don't have to be open at all in your transfer station. So that's the trade-off.
Livingston still has,
You close down the transfer station to all but a day, a couple of days a month, or something of that nature. I mean, Hollis did that. Hollis did away with their transfer station and they did curbside.
And then, and they do curbside?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not saying do that without doing curbside?
Buxton has curbside pickup, but they also have the transfer station for not household waste, but all of the other things.
Yeah. John Noel, who used to be on the planning board here, worked for one of the big outfits, and he didn't think we would get anybody interested in hauling for us at this time.
I'll tell you what,
It's big money.
there's all kinds of Casella trucks around. I can't imagine that they would think that.
You want me to find out?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, that's an alternative. I think it's an expensive alternative.
Very expensive alternative.
Well, let's find out.
All right, anything else on old business that we need to discuss? If not, let's move on to discuss vote to approve the minutes of the December 15th regular meeting.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor? Discuss vote to approve the minutes of the December 15th closed executive session, which is nothing more than who made the motions.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
4-0.
All right, any pending decisions? You're gonna take some action to see if we can get a meeting with Josh.
Yep.
And we'll have to publicize if we can get everybody together, because that'll be more than 3 of us.
Right. Laura and I will work with posting that as
It'll
an
be more
agenda.
than 2 of us, I should say. The minute it's 3, then it has to be posted. Anything you'd like to chat next meeting? How about an update on the budget?
Okay.
This current year's budget, where we stand. It doesn't have to be in great detail,
End of year update.
but
6-month
mid-year,
update.
mid-year. Do we know, have we not, what have we done with the truck?
The pickup truck,
Yep,
it is ordered,
okay,
and I have a firm figure for us to start to plug into financing, so.
right.
And I think we're gonna look hard at getting a fuel tank for that in the summer. Take out the sander and so forth. As
Okay.
it flits around, we can fuel up our equipment. 150
And I'm a
gallons.
cheap, I'm a real cheap, I got a 100-gallon one right at Tractor Supply for like $200.
Can you get a 150 gallon?
Yeah, you can get a 300-gallon, whatever.
Okay.
When are we gonna, when is the deadline for applications for the public works?
I left it open, and in the ad, I put interviews could begin Monday, January 25th.
It's another couple of weeks, 3 weeks.
You want to participate in that interview?
Yeah, I mean, I can. Anytime you get it, well, you got my phone number, just call me.
Well, we'll have an actual interview committee,
Yep,
and I'd like at least one selectman on it.
yep, I'll do that.
And I think because that person works with the fire chief so much that Matt should be there also.
Yeah, yeah, wouldn't hurt.
So
Yep.
it can be 3 or 4 bodies.
3 or 4, whatever the case may be.
Okay.
I think we gotta look long-term and see what we got here. So. Anything else? Sensing.
Just a reminder,
Yeah,
a quick reminder, Mr. Chairman, dogs have to be registered this month.
yeah, the dogs were supposed to have been registered before January 1st, so. So get your dogs licensed. All
Just a
right,
reminder before the fees double.
that's right. Yeah. Anything else? If not, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor? Good night. Hey, Gordon.
Good night.
And